just got texted from Jamie. She's fine.
Think about what we're doing.
Right? Okay, let's get started. My name is Ray Lutz, this is Martha Sullivan, and that's Mike Garcia. We're here today, we're with an organization called Citizens Oversight Projects, or COPS, and at citizensoversight.org. Today, we're about to perform a very significant event because the City of San Diego has been unable to do this. What we're talking about here is felony embezzlement by the mayor of San Diego. This occurred last year, late last year, when the entire name of the stadium was changed from Qualcomm Stadium to Snapdragon Stadium. Over the course of 3 major football games, the Chargers-Raider game, and the 2 bowl games that happened right after that. This agreement was reviewed by the city attorney, and he told the mayor in advance that it was unlawful what he did. The mayor proceeded anyway. They changed the signs. After the first game was played, the Chargers-Ravens game, an agreement was hastily set up by the mayor and his staff to cover it, and it was executed after the fact. This agreement was deemed void by the city attorney. Therefore, the mayor acted on his own with a verbal agreement with Qualcomm for the paltry sum of $1,000 to change the entire name of the stadium for 3 games and encompassing over 30 million viewers. This was said by the city attorney to be setting a bad precedent, because obviously we don't want our mayor making contracts without them being reviewed by the city attorney, which is required by law, and it has to be approved by the city council according to the city attorney. Now, we know that this was done. We know that it was unlawful. We know that it's worth at least $125,000 benefit according to an expert, and that only includes TV coverage. But other people have told me it's probably worth more like $500,000 on market prices for changing the name of a stadium. Now, we know that it was done, we know it was unlawful, we know that the mayor did it, and we know that this type of behavior of allowing a corporation to make use of a public asset is deemed embezzlement, because he should have gotten at least $125,000 from them, and he only got $1,000. This is a felony. The district attorney has not arrested him. Nothing has happened, and everyone in the city, including the city council, the mayor, is swimming in Qualcomm money. They do not want to piss them off because they get money for Balboa Park, they get money for their campaigns. Citizens have to take the stand here. We're going up now to arrest the mayor. A citizen's arrest, which we're allowed to do for this felony, which was committed. We are allowed as citizens to do this, and we're even allowed to break down the door for this felony according to the law. We will have to set an example for the other occupiers around the country who are using force against City Hall. We want to show them how it's done. This is with paper. We're taking City Hall down legally. The mayor will fall. He's a felon and he's going down. We have here behind me this crime scene tape, because we're surrounding the City Hall because this is where the crime was committed. And I hope that the police who answer to the mayor, we hope that the police will be cooperative, see what the evidence is, and go ahead and execute the arrest.
And we're also calling the public.
No, so our process is we're going to go up to the mayor's office, then we're going to go to the city council window and give them a copy. We're going to go to the city attorney, and then we're going to walk down to the district attorney's office, and they're going to get a copy too. It's Bonnie Dumais's responsibility to indict and prosecute Mayor Sanders for this crime. It's a felony. You go to jail and you lose your right to run for office. It's not a small thing that the mayor, on his own, changed the entire name of the stadium. This is something that was not approved by the city at all, and it cannot be allowed. We cannot allow the mayor just to willy-nilly decide, without approval of anyone, that he's going to change the name of our stadium, a public asset. He has no right to give away that public asset for $1,000. I have a business. I would like $125,000 worth of free advertising for $1,000. Can I put my name on the stadium for $1,000?
What did they change the name to?
Snapdragon. Snapdragon is now becoming known as a scam wagon. Snapdragon is, we want to jail Jerry. 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 Any more questions?
To support a charge like this, don't you need to show that he personally profited?
No.
By this?
You do not, because he is a public official and he's entrusted with public assets. If he misuses those public assets to benefit a company or a person, we have a give them the 12-page document. We have a 12-page document. Here is what we're going to use to show our legal right under the penal code to make a citizen's arrest, to show that you do not have to profit yourself for embezzlement if you are entrusted with a public asset.
Wouldn't it be more like a misuse of public funds?
Negative. It is a felony and it's called embezzlement. It's clear in the law. There's no doubt about this.
It's in that document.
Certainly there is a misuse of the trust too, and a precedent that's being set here, because this mayor thinks that he's above the law. He thinks that he's a strong mayor and he can do anything. And actually he's a weak mayor that has been misused by a strong local corporation. They use their corporate muscle to manhandle this city and work them out of a decent amount for that. And it's a shame that Qualcomm would come to the city and not pay a reasonable amount for that stadium use. It's a shame. And I want that company to come forward and clean up this mess. We're asking two things. Number one, we want the mayor to be arrested for felony embezzlement, as I outlined. Number two, we want the city attorney, the mayor, and the city council, and Qualcomm to sit down, execute a decent agreement, and come up with a fair price for what they got, their benefit from changing that name. $1,000, no one agrees that's a fair price. No one agrees that $1,000 should be the price to change the entire name of the stadium. Sorry, that is out of line, and we're not going to stand for it.
Do you know if the mayor has received contributions for his mayoral ambitions from Qualcomm at any time in the past?
Everybody has received contributions from Qualcomm. He received $4,000 from the executives. You're not allowed to give money to corporations, are not allowed to give money to people like a mayor who run for office in the city. So no, they did not get direct contributions from the corporation of Qualcomm, but they get contributions from the executives, and they get contributions from them in other ways, such as Irwin Jacobs is proposing to give millions of dollars for the Balboa Park to do that change. Here's the thing, we have a stadium that we're already giving away pretty much to the Chargers. There's been no end to the ticket giveaways and so forth that they've had, the guarantees. They've given the Chargers a lot of taxpayer money for that deal. And now they're changing the name of the stadium for only $1,000. It's got to stop. We have to put our foot down and say, no, we're not going to let you change the name from Qualcomm to Snapdragon because you want to advertise your product for only $1,000. This isn't fair to the public, it's not fair to the taxpayer or anyone else, and it's absolutely unlawful what occurred. The city attorney agrees with that. He's already put out 2 documents that state it was unlawful ahead of time. The mayor knew it was wrong. He did it anyway. The agreement has been deemed void by the city attorney, and the city council is unwilling to talk about it to clean it up. No one wants to talk about this. They want to sweep it under the rug. Union Tribune said in the editorial let's call the mayor's hand slapped. Sorry, this is a felony what occurred. And you don't just slap hands over felonies. We've seen hundreds of people arrested in this plaza for nothing. Sitting, having their backpack down or sitting in a chair. I was registering voters and arrested in this plaza. It was an improper arrest. Meanwhile, Mayor Sanders is committing embezzlement, felony embezzlement, and no one says a word. DA doesn't say anything. The only one that I have to admire here is the city attorney, who stepped forward and said, no, this agreement is unlawful. So I praise Jan Goldsmith for having some spine and saying the truth here in the matter. So again, here's what we're doing. My name is Ray Lutz, Martha Sullivan, Mike Garcia. We're working with an organization called Citizens Oversight. We are about to go up to the mayor's office now and execute a citizen's arrest of the mayor because he has committed felony embezzlement. We have a document that outlines all of the parameters, all of the laws under the penal code, which, number one, allow us to make the arrest, even allow us to break the door down. We don't have to be at the felony, but we have to have proof that it occurred. Mayor Sanders has admitted it occurred. The city attorney has said it was unlawful from the start. It has not been prosecuted by the district attorney, and now we're going to be going up to arrest Mayor Sanders, a citizen's arrest for felony embezzlement. Any more questions from the media before we go up to the mayor's office?
I'd like to make a quick statement.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Mike Garcia.
Since September 17th, when Occupy Wall Street first took to Zuccotti Park, the people have been asking, what is it you want? We want sweetheart backroom deals like this to stop. This is an example of corporate greed and corporate control of our government. What the Tea Party might call crony capitalism. This is an example of why so many people across this country are so angry. In fact, in the President's State of the Union address, he made mention and formed a commission in order to start prosecutions and arrests of people on Wall Street. This is where the citizens back up that type of action. We show that our government needs to stand up to Wall Street and needs to start prosecuting for the crimes that they have committed against our economy and against the people of the United States.
We have copies of a press release and also the document here if you'd like to get one.
And if you want an electronic form, we can email it to you. Just leave your card. Mike Garcia will take care of getting all your cards.
Go get them.
Sir, what's your name?
John Cheney.
Hey, can you tell me why you're here?
Sure. We're supporting Ray. We're supporting the full effort. The mayor has been running roughshod on the city since police into round us up. They're willing to spending millions of dollars just
I think we emailed out the press
and then giving sweetheart deals to corporations like Snapdragon to take up the people's assets and use them for corporate deals.
Hey, what's your sign say? Which one?
Stop foreclosures. Foreclosures. Protect the people, not the corporations.
We need people to follow us up.
Roll it up.
Walk up.
Where's your camera?
Step over your.
I'll take this.
Okay. All right. Don't let it touch the ground, folks. Do not let it touch the ground. We roll it up. We want you to walk with it.
Here's the signed copy.
There's a signed copy.
Just give me one.
What do you want? How many?
Just one.
Huh? Sign one? Where do you get one date stamp?
Get another few people coming in.
I think we got them all.
Oh, that's it?
Where's the other tape though?
Two or three more people.
Where's the other tape? They stayed out.
I asked them to stay down there.
Oh, okay. All
There'd
right.
be too many people up here.
Okay.
All right. Oh. So no more cars? Okay, let's get started. We're here in the mayor's lobby of the mayor's office. My name is Ray Lutz. This is Martha Sullivan, Mike Garcia. We're all members of a group called Citizens Oversight. We've all been involved with Occupy San Diego as well. We're about to step forward and attempt to make a citizen's arrest of the mayor of San Diego. And so we're going to come up now and talk to the people at the desk and ask the mayor to come out and speak with us. Excuse me, I submitted a written request to talk to the mayor last week. I said I was going to be delivering a document to him. It would only take a few minutes for him to come out. Would you please request that the mayor come out?
Okay. Your first name, sir?
Ray Lutz, L-U-T-Z.
Okay. Give me one moment, please. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
You all right back there? Better door. Officer Lessa?
Sergeant, go ahead.
Sergeant, excuse me. I'm going to be asking somebody new orally to help me in this, which is my right as a citizen. So I'd like you to know right now that I'm going to be asking you to help.
Okay.
Thank you.
Captain, can I have your badge number, please, for the record? Let me look at it. What's this?
4214.
4214.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me just ask you a question first, Sergeant. Are you willing to enforce the law regardless of the person involved?
I'm not going to answer your. Do you have a specific question you want to ask about this?
Yes or
event?
no? Are you willing to enforce
Okay, I'm not
the
going to
law?
answer that question. Just
I'm
ask me,
willing to
ask
say
me a
that he's
reasonable
willing to
question.
enforce the law.
Ask me a reasonable question and I'll answer.
That should be a simple yes, sir.
Did you want to tell us what the law is there, Ray?
Well, let's wait till Mayor Sanders comes out, or if he refuses to come out, then we can go over that with the officers here.
Right.
And I'm going to use the global term officers. It's not demeaning, but I don't know everybody's right. Thank you.
We're some citizens that are asking for a little help.
If the mayor is not here, I can accept any documents on his behalf.
Okay, the mayor is not here. When will he be here? Can you please disclose his schedule for the day?
Let me see. I can take that and hand that to him.
I'm asking you a question about when he will be here.
I will find that out for you. Give me one moment, please.
Okay, please. I understand. I came up here last week. They said his schedule was set for 2 months in advance.
Right.
So I know there is a schedule and I know it's set.
Okay.
He's not on vacation. I confirmed that last
Right.
week. Thank you.
Okay. Excuse me.
Let's make an appointment.
I did. I made an appointment.
Hey, Ray, normally SDPD doesn't make appointments to arrest people. Do you feel like you're being cut short because you have to make an appointment to arrest
Well,
somebody?
it's one step at a time, JC.
You should get one of these hands things.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
While we're at it, who's got these?
You have cuffs ready, huh?
Maybe we should, Sergeant Lessa?
Yes, sir.
Can I hand you the document that discloses all the facts in the case?
I'm not, I mean, tell me what it's about, and
you're not willing to read it.
I don't know what it is. Tell me what it is.
It's a document that discloses the facts of why we're going to make a citizen's arrest and why I'm summoning you to help me.
Okay.
Are you declining to help?
What do you want me to do?
In the citizen's arrest, I have a right to summon anyone to help me make the arrest. That's the law. Let me quote you the law.
Okay, but does that person have to accept your summon?
No, you can decline.
Okay.
But I'm just asking you to read a document. That's not a big request. Because I'm going to try to convince you to assist me. Right to arrest. Section 834 of Penal Code. An arrest is taking a person into custody in a case in the manner authorized by law. An arrest may be made by a peace officer or by a private person. Okay? Section 837. A private person may arrest another. Number 2, when the person arrested has committed a felony, although not in his presence. And 839, a person making an arrest may orally summon as many persons as he deems necessary to help him therein. An arrest for the commission of a felony may be made on any day and at any time of the day or night. That is, Section 840. The person making the arrest must inform the person to be arrested of the intention to arrest him or of the cause of the arrest and the authority to make it, except when the person making the arrest has reasonable cause to believe that the person to be arrested is actually engaged in the commission or attempt to commit an offense. You don't have to tell a person if they're actually doing it, but he's not doing it right now, so we're going to tell him about it. To make an arrest, a private person, if the offense is a felony, may break open the door or window to make the arrest. So if it is a felony, and if you agree with the facts that it's a felony, then I would be asking you to assist in the arrest. You would have to be open to looking at the facts to find out if the mayor actually committed a felony. Are you willing to look at the document now?
When we're done, if you want to give me some paperwork, I'll take it from you. Sure.
Okay, so the answer is no. He's not willing to read it. Do you have a supervisor or the next person up above you? I'd like to talk to that person. Is that you, sir?
Yeah, it's about as high as it gets for who's in the room right now, yeah.
Okay. So I will address to you instead. What is your name, sir? Captain Jones? Are you willing to accept this document describing the elements of the felony that the mayor committed over the last, say, a month or so?
We're willing to accept the information. The sergeant just told you that.
Okay, well, I'd like you to take a look at it now so that you will be not obstructing my right as a citizen to make the arrest.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to look at it right now. I'll accept the information and look at it later.
Okay. There you go.
Ray, does the district attorney have it?
We're going to be making our way down there.
Yeah.
District attorney already should have made this arrest.
Well, should have filed a charge.
Yeah. And I want him off the street. This is a guy who's committing felonies. I want him behind bars.
So do I.
Will you say that again, sir?
So do I.
I want to see this felon behind bars, and he needs to be arrested today.
And he probably shouldn't even get bail. Right? High flight risk.
Probably a flight risk.
High flight
Yes.
risk. Mexico's right across the border.
He knows that. He already said he was going to Italy for 3 months.
Exactly. High flight risk.
Escaping to
No
Italy for 3
bail.
months.
So they're looking for the schedule. That's
Yeah.
a long time to look for the schedules.
What's the sentence for this felony, by the way?
It's several years in prison. I think 2 to 3 years in prison.
Maybe we should ask Randy to Cunningham.
There you go.
Maybe they could be selling.
Okay.
He is or is not?
Construction going on.
Well, officially, he's not even known the Dodge.
Concerned about my camera than more concerned about my camera.
But he's such a tough guy, you know?
Public
He's
officials
such a
want
tough
to
guy.
dodge the public.
Anything happened while I was gone?
Here's our
my
strong
long
man.
legs on my
Feel very
whole
strong, man.
Well, I mean, this is very, very unusual, so.
As we offered the police officers, Ray officer, police officer, document showing that somebody commits a felony or is accused of committing a felony that's making a citizen's arrest. And we're just asking the San Diego police if they would assist in that. Not arresting, not handcuff them, but just assist us in our right to do this.
Hey, maybe that's FYI that Occupy was coming in to demand. Okay, well, they're inside his office right now. SDPD has been surrounding them, and SDPD is refusing to arrest the mayor, although they have the legal documents.
Hi.
First. I'll keep you posted. This is the papers you passed out to us already? Yes. That's a transfer. She was trying to get us to streamer. I'm trying to get Ray to get back behind me.
I know. Oh, wait, we'll touch this. For a little bit, so I want to make sure.
Stand tall in the uniform, young man. You should be proud of yourself. You look good.
All right, no police baiting, please.
Yeah, let's not act like that. We're adults here.
He's an independent newsman. He's free to do as he pleases.
They're doing their jobs too. I need more hands.
They're hiding inside the office. The mayor's unwilling to come out and out.
Hello, Jerry.
Jerry Sanders. I'm here to make a citizen's arrest of Jerry Sanders. I'm just going to do it right here because no one's willing to come out from the mayor's office.
Hello, Jerry.
My name is Ray Lutz. This is Mike Garcia, Martha Sullivan. We're with Citizens Oversight, a 501c3 nonprofit, and we're trying to make sure the law gets enforced. We demand that the City of San Diego, the City Council and the City Attorney rectify this deal, actually make a good deal with Qualcomm for the sign.
Hello.
Is the mayor going to come out?
Don't stand in the door, sir. People can get
We
out.
asked for a schedule.
Okay, is the schedule available?
Back up a little bit, please.
He's cleared doorways so people can
Okay,
egress.
as they told you before, the mayor is not here.
Okay, what is the
And
schedule? When will he be here today?
He may be in later today, but his schedule fluctuates, so.
No, it said it was
Okay.
down. I asked the other day, excuse me,
I'm just
sir.
telling you what the mayor's staff just told me, okay?
I know, but I confirmed with the detective that was here that his schedule was set for 2 months in advance.
Okay.
And I also put in a written request with the office here to talk with the mayor. Written request last week. Is the mayor willing to make an appointment with me on this? Do you know that?
Ray, I can't answer that. I
Okay,
just told
would
you
you
I
please
spoke
get a
to
member of
the.
their staff out here so I can ask them?
Ray, no one from the staff is coming back out here, and here's the deal. We've accepted your information, the police department has. If you'd like to give further details of your
Okay, well, tell you what.
information.
We want a copy
If you
of
want
his
to give,
date stamp.
excuse me, if you want to give additional information to an officer, be happy to do that right now. We'll accept your information and we'll look into it.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me just go over it right now with you.
No, we're not gonna do that,
Then
Ray.
you can leave, but I'm going to stand right here and
You
do
can speak to an
it.
officer about.
So what I'm demanding with you, sir,
Let's go.
is that you
Excuse me.
arrest the mayor of San Diego for a felony embezzlement.
Okay, Ray, there's a lot more that has to go
You want to
into
talk to me over there? They're asking me to come over this way.
We do want a copy of this date stamp by the mayor's office. Captain Jones, we do want a copy of this date stamp by the mayor's office.
Okay, so, sir, are you...
Captain Jones.
Just come over and stamp yours and leave it. Stamp yours, stamp that. He just needs to start reading that thing out loud.
Oh, Chris is. Hi, man. What's up? I've been here before.
Hey, John, who you want to speak to Mr. Lutz?
She needs the copy. She needs to
Carlos or Ivana back here? Carlos or Ivana?
Whatever you want.
How about you videotape all
I'd like to see them so we're going to record it.
Oh, that Carlos.
You know what, I don't. Ma'am, you know what?
Why are we talking to police officers when we can go talk to the mayor?
So,
I've had
that.
I don't know. She wanted
that they are following the orders of the mayor, and the mayor is following the orders of the corporation. And remember, this is a city now where you can barely even get before the government and say anything. They limit the city council remarks to the least amount in the state of California, 1 3-minute period for one topic. No other jurisdiction does this any greater than that. This mayor does not let you talk to him. I've tried to make appointments. I never get in. We made an appointment here. He's not letting in. And when someone tries to speak at a public meeting, the mayor's one direction address, someone tries to speak at that meeting and they're arrested and charged with a felony. This is what's wrong with America. The citizens have been suppressed. They've been said, be quiet, just vote, and shut up. And we're here to not shut up anymore. The mayor has gone too far. Now, ma'am, I'm not going to give you my information. I'm not under arrest, am I?
No, you're not.
Okay, I'd like to talk to you. Please listen.
I kind of actually need your information in order to do my report.
We can do that later. You have my card?
I still need your date of birth, your social, and driver license information.
No, I'm not willing to give you that information.
Okay. Well, in order for me to
I'm
do
gonna
my
give you-
full investigation and my report, I do need some information.
Unless I'm under arrest, I'm not. You have my business card. You can contact me and get anything you want at a later time. It's not going to be done right now.
Okay. You're going to go ahead and hold for that. I already wrote that down. Thank you.
Okay, are you stepping away? I'm not done yet.
I'll be right back.
Okay, she's not willing to even talk to me yet. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, next step is down to the story. We've submitted a copy to the mayor's office. We got a date stamped. We left a copy there at the desk. Everybody has fled the scene. They're locked behind the door. They say the mayor, they don't know the mayor's schedule, even though I confirmed last week that his schedule is set for 2 months in advance. So this group doesn't even know where the mayor is. This is a mayor who has committed felony embezzlement for over $100,000. He put in illegally, according to the city attorney, who's already said this action by the mayor was unlawful. There is no agreement with Qualcomm right now. It was null and void. The city council has refused to talk about it. The district attorney has not taken any action. And this is a giveaway to Qualcomm. $1,000 to completely change all of the signs at the stadium. Worth at least $125,000 according to experts. So we've gone to the office here in an attempt to make a citizen's arrest of the mayor. They say he's not here and they don't know what his schedule is, and he may even, it fluctuates.
Excuse us.
Even though last year,
Excuse us.
here's a visitor to the
There's
mayor.
people behind you. Thank you.
Coming in to visit the mayor, people in suits, maybe Qualcomm representatives that are coming in to talk their business with the mayor.
That's probably Snapdragon.
No, that's Snapdragon.
That could be Snapdragon delivering another $1,000 check.
And notice that the mayor is probably going to meet with these folks, even though they say he's not there. He's not in there, folks. Disgusting.
Nobody's home.
Could you clarify that Snapdragon is Yeah. Snapdragon is a name that they changed at the stadium. It is a product of Qualcomm. they gain additional promotional exposure for their new product for only $1,000.
Are we about ready to head down to city clerk?
Yeah. So we're going to head down now to the city clerk to turn in this so that all of the city council gets it. Our plan is this: we submitted a document to the mayor saying that we were making a citizen's arrest. The police didn't allow us to do so. They were reluctant to assist us, even though by law we're allowed to make a citizen's arrest and even go so far as to break the door down.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. Under what authority? Can you cite that?
Yes. Okay.
To break the door down?
Absolutely. Yes. Let's see here.
It's in the California Penal Code.
Isn't that destruction of property?
No, here is
all the time on show me the statutory authority that you have as well as cops.
Okay. Sir, section 503 of the Penal Code.
Number 844.
Okay, 844.
To make an arrest, a private person, if the offense is a felony, in all cases, a peace officer may break open the door or window of a house in which a person to be arrested or which they have reasonable grounds for believing a person to be, after having demanded admittance and explained for the purpose for which admittance is desired.
Okay, just devil's advocate here. What convening authority has determined this is a felony?
Okay, let me tell you about that, sir. You were a little bit late. Let's go over this in detail. Yeah. Number one, the mayor made a deal with Snapdragon, okay, with Qualcomm over the Snapdragon name.
We're familiar with this.
The city attorney,
what convening authority has said this is a felony?
Let him finish, you'll know.
Yeah, let me just finish my statement, sir. The city attorney has stated in advance that it was unlawful what the mayor did. Afterwards, he said, he submitted a disclosure that said it was still unlawful and the contract was void. The city council is unwilling to ratify in that ex post facto. Now,
understood. The city attorney is empowered only to prosecute misdemeanors.
Exactly.
Unless delegated by the district attorney's office on wobblers.
Sir, can I finish my statement?
Just read the statute.
Yep.
Go make up your own story if you don't like.
Penal Code.
No, it's fine. I just want to know what authority this is.
Embezzlement is a fraudulent appropriation of property by a person, okay? Down here, every officer of the state, such as the mayor, and county, city, and so forth, if he fraudulently appropriates any use or purpose not in due and lawful execution of his trust, any property, under his or her control, this is deemed embezzlement. It is a felony. It is under the jurisdiction of the district attorney, you're right. However, the city attorney has already said that what the mayor did was unlawful. Because he doesn't have a contract that was lawfully executed by the city, he made a side verbal agreement with Qualcomm to change the signs at the stadium for a measly $1,000. Experts have said it's worth $125,000. This
might be worth more from what I hear.
Maybe $500,000. Now, this is a mayor who did a separate deal with a big company in the area that has paid off all of the representatives. The city council, the mayor and everything has gotten campaign contributions and contributions for Balboa Park and other things from the executives at Qualcomm.
So, are you going to be at the district attorney's office as well?
Yes. We came here first because it is not necessary for me as a citizen to have the district attorney say it's a felony when it is. It's already been in the document here. And I can make a citizen's arrest, which I attempted to do.
Now break down the door. Show me that again. That was...
We're non-violent. We're not going to break down the door.
Okay.
But just
we have the right to, but we're not going to do it.
This is under our 844.
Can we all see that? Can we verify that?
Show me the front page of it, just so we know what code section.
You got it. You've got a copy.
Okay.
Give them the whole
No,
thing.
give them the whole thing.
Give them the whole thing.
Okay, you got copies of it? You can spare this one?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Okay, now we're going to go down to floor 2.
City clerk.
To get to the city clerk, and then we're going to go to the city attorney's office, and then to the district attorney's office, and just deliver these documents. No policy.
This one's open, Mary? They did?
Yes, they do.
It was open? We'll get it open.
He's pretty wily though. He was a
I'll keep you posted.
Okay, we're ready to roll. I can't get up to the city clerk if you guys.
Okay, put that down.
Hello. So, we are delivering this to the city council in care of the city clerk. We would like for her to make sure it gets distributed.
And timestamp.
And I'm just getting to that. And we'd also like this copy date stamp for us to retrieve. We've just delivered it to the mayor's office.
All right, let me get that.
This is, you know, you should advise Ms. Malin that this is quite urgent because we just tried to effect a citizen's arrest to the mayor upstairs.
Here's your copy, and we will get this off to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, have a good day. Thanks, ladies. Thank you.
Okay. Next is the city attorney.
They're not even in this building, are they?
What floor is that on?
Where's the city attorney?
It's in the Civic Center Tower.
You don't even know what to
Thank
you. You look questionable. Please tell me you know what to do with it. Live, everybody.
Haven't been downtown in a while.
Contract executed after the fact. Yeah. So it's clearly felony embezzlement, and this guy's going to jail because what he did was wrong. Waiting for people to come in. Let me summarize. I'll just go through the list. Mary Jerry Sanders made an inappropriate verbal contract with Qualcomm to change the stadium name to Snapdragon. The mayor was informed by the city attorney, where we are right now, that this deal was unlawful. It would have to be approved by the city council. He did not get a city council approval. An abbreviated contract was processed after the fact, so Qualcomm had already gone out and changed the signage. Then they came up with a small contract. The city attorney then said that contract has to be approved by the city attorney and the city council, or it's null and void. The city council said they weren't going to approve the contract, so there is no contract with Qualcomm for the sign change. Sanders got $1,000 in promotional fee, not staff time. It said promotional fee in the agreement. $1,000 for the entire signage before over 30 million viewers. This isn't enough money. This is basically taking the city's assets and giving it away, undervaluing the value of the signage at the stadium. We don't want this as a precedent. We don't want somebody in the future to be coming in and saying, look, Qualcomm got it for $1,000. We want our signage in for $1,000. I'll be first up to the plate.
Yeah.
I want my sign up on the Qualcomm Stadium for 10 days in front of 3 big football games for $1,000 bucks.
Except you don't want to rip off the people of San Diego.
I won't do it because it is a rip-off. Good point. So, the deal was not retroactively approved by the city council. They said it wouldn't be discussed, and the value was somewhere between $125,000 and I think $500,000 for this. This is felony embezzlement that happened by the mayor of San Diego. Now, we are here at the city attorney's office of San Diego. They've already spoken out against this contract, this change. What we'd like the city attorney to do is work with the city council and the mayor's office to get a good deal on the table with Qualcomm. Qualcomm should pay market prices for this, and it should be understandable for everybody in the public about how this deal makes sense. Right now it makes no sense at all. Regardless of redoing the deal though, if you've committed this type of embezzlement, that doesn't take you off the hook. You still have to be prosecuted for this inaction. Even if they make the deal right, Sanders has to be charged and prosecuted for this crime. Now let's take a look here and see, is there anybody here at the city's attorney's office?
Yes.
Oh, there you are. Can you come forward, please, ma'am?
Do you want to have any documents?
I'd like to talk to you. Please come in out here. Don't be shy.
Who are you,
There's nothing
ma'am?
to be shy about.
Yeah, there's only 50,000 Germans.
Okay, I'd like to give you this copy, and if possible, where's the other one to get
This is to
timestamped?
get date stamped
We'd like
and
both.
returned.
You can take this one, make sure you put a stamp on it, and give ours back. Let me just briefly tell you what this is. We appreciate the actions of the city attorney's office and identifying the fact that Mayor Sanders acted unlawfully in the execution of this very abbreviated contract with Qualcomm. And what we'd like to do is ask the city's attorney's office to work with the mayor and the city council and Qualcomm to get a good deal on the table for all of the residents of San Diego. It's a public asset, and we think it should be, Qualcomm should pay market prices for it. And then also work with the district attorney to prosecute Mayor Sanders for felony embezzlement, which is what occurred. So can you please date stamp our copy and return it? So that we have
The
a
top
record?
copy's ours, so we'd
Yeah,
like
you
that
just-
back with a date stamp.
And what was your name?
It's Carmen Sandoval.
Thank you very much.
Carmen, what is your position here?
I'm Mr. Goldsmith's assistant.
Thank you.
Carmen Sandoval?
Thank you, Yes. Carmen. You're welcome.
And what's your position?
She's the city attorney's assistant.
Okay, let's just say what we want them to do. Jail Jerry.
Jail Jerry. Jail Jerry. Jail Jerry. Jail Jerry. Jail Jerry. Jail Jerry. Jail Jerry.
You got it. As soon as we have Ray back, do we have Ray back yet? He left his bag. Okay. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go out this way, folks. Just follow us. Okay? Thanks everybody for coming with us. Onward and upward.
You want to speak with us? Yeah, come over here so everybody can get you on film. Hi, my name is Ray Lutz. I'm Harold Supervising Investigator. Thank you very much. This is Martha Sullivan.
Hello.
Hi. And this is Mike Garcia. Hi, nice to meet you. What we have here is a document that we're going to give you. I'd like to just briefly cover what it is. Okay. It goes through what happened with regard to the stadium name change from Qualcomm Stadium to Snapdragon. It was changed for a 10-day period during 3 big games, Chargers versus Ravens, and 2 more bowl games. Before this occurred, the city attorney told Mayor Jerry Sanders that the deal was not lawful. He said it has to be approved by the city council and by the city attorney. Okay, he disregarded that. He unilaterally approved the change with Qualcomm to change the signs at the stadium. After the fact, after they had played the first game, they came up with this brief agreement, signed, and you can find this on the website, the original at the city attorney's office. It was signed after the deal. It was effective December 16th. You notice the first game that was played December 18th, but this thing was signed, and actually they started changing the signs on the 15th or the 12th. The 7th was when the city attorney said no. Then, afterwards, the city attorney reprimanded the mayor and expressed concerns about the bad precedents, because he also said that without the approval of the city council and the city attorney, there is no contract. That's this document. Then, the city council said they're not planning to retroactively approve that little agreement. So they're not willing to approve it. So now we have just Mayor Jerry Sanders doing this on his own. The expert valued the advertising at more than $125,000. He got a $1,000 payment for promotional fee, way below what it should be.
The city got a $1,000.
The city.
Well, the city got that, but the mayor, there's no contract.
Yeah, under the mayor's authority.
So, the claim here is that he made an inappropriate verbal contract with Qualcomm to change the stadium signage. He was informed it was not legal by the city attorney, and the city council would have to approve it. An agreement that was never approved was made after the fact. The original contract specified $1,000 for promotional fee. There was no charge for staff time, no permits, no fees. It's not the market value of that. To change the sign at the stadium for 3 big football games in front of 30 million viewers is worth more than $1,000, guaranteed. California Penal Code 503 says embezzlement is a fraudulent appropriation of property. What the city mayor did in this case was he appropriated property under his control for the use of Qualcomm to promote Snapdragon, their new product. And anyone who is an officer of the state, county, and city, he's the city mayor, he qualifies under this section 504 of the penal code, who appropriates for any use or purpose not to do unlawful execution of that person's trust, which the city attorney said it was not. Any property in his possession or under his or her control, which was the signage at the stadium, then he is guilty of felony embezzlement. Furthermore, Penal Code Section 424 says embezzlement is without authority of law, appropriating the same which they're talking about property or any portion thereof for the use of another. So it doesn't have to be for yourself, for the use of another. It's punishable by imprisonment in the state prison for 2, 3, or 4 years, and is disqualified that person from holding office. Now, the legislature ruled that even though he may have no fraudulent intent or claims that it isn't a fraud, it still is if it happens. Now, there's one more thing here, that even if it's cleaned up, he's still guilty of the offense, okay? So what we'd like, and what our request here, we tried to make a citizen's arrest of the mayor earlier today. And we were unsuccessful in doing that. No big surprise, but we are coming to you as the authorized law enforcement agency for the county to take for felonies of this nature, to take action on this, and we demand that you indict and prosecute Mayor Sanders for felony embezzlement.
Is this my copy?
Yes.
And is this everything that you talked about?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And we also,
no,
wait a
second.
minute, I'm sorry, I gave
That's
you the wrong one. That's your copy, but we want to get this date stamped as received and returned to us.
Do you have any questions?
Just a couple. Who's the contact person?
Let me give you my card.
Okay.
It's in the letter as well.
Yeah, everything's in there.
All right. And is this a good phone numbers for you?
Yeah, my cell phone is on there, so.
And can I get your name again?
Martha Sullivan. I've also signed the letter.
And do you have a contact number?
858-945-6273.
Mike Garcia.
And contact number?
949-842-9370.
Do you have a card?
Letter too?
I am.
Sorry.
Do you have a card so we can do this?
You can ask what your name is, sir?
Harold Eisenga.
And how do you spell that?
It's E-I-S-E-N-G-A. Because you're filing a complaint against a public official, these types of cases are always reviewed by Special Operations Division, which is down at 10th floor, and this will go through the same process.
Okay.
There's no guarantees that it will be reviewed to see if investigation needs to be open. There's no promise or guarantees that an investigation will be open. And we don't comment if we do open it. Okay? At least not to the public. But that's, it'll go through the same process.
Will we be informed if you're going to prosecute? Because we'd like to have him arrested ourselves if you decline to do it.
We will be in touch with you if you want to be the lead. We will be in touch with you.
Here's the thing, Harold, what I'm worried about. District Attorney Bonnie DeManis is running for mayor. A lot of these candidates have taken money from Qualcomm contributors. And Qualcomm is a very friendly company in this town. They're, in my estimation, a very good company, and I'd like to see that preserved. We would like two things, though. Not only do we want to make sure that Sanders is indicted and prosecuted by your office, but if you decline to do so, we want to carry this forward to some agency that is willing to do it.
To the state attorney general.
Because basically, we think there's a conflict of interest with Bonnie DeManis because she's running for the same office. Now, secondly, we want to make sure that the agreement, which has been deemed unlawful by the city attorney, gets cleaned up. Because this city is in violation by the admission of the city attorney. We want to see the city attorney, the mayor, the city council, and Qualcomm all sit down and construct a valid agreement and get compensation from Qualcomm to the city. Because what they've done now is frankly somewhat embarrassing and a ripoff for the public.
Okay. Well, what you're asking goes beyond the scope of the district attorney.
Okay, who do we talk
Sometimes,
to?
pardon me?
Who do we talk to then? Because we do want, if it's beyond your scope, we want to make sure we carry it to the
I'm talking
public.
about future agreements between the city and Qualcomm. You'd have to go to the city to discuss that. The district attorney doesn't get involved with civil conflict.
Pardon me, sir, we're not talking about future agreements, we're talking about this particular agreement.
Right, if there was a crime, that's what we would look into. If there's a conflict, which does happen, we refer cases to the Attorney General's office, and you're more than welcome to take the same case to the AG's office.
Okay,
as you know.
so let me ask you this question. If it was a matter of not following the law with respect to the requirement is that if you do handle public property or make a contract, a verbal contract was made between Mayor Sanders' office and Qualcomm. That's clear, verbal. Something happened, put signs on the Qualcomm Stadium. Okay, that was not approved by the city attorney nor by the city council. Do you look into that, or is that not part of your deal?
I'm not going to discuss that here. Okay. We'll take a look at what you brought us, and if we need more, if we do open an investigation, we need more, we'll get back to you. Okay.
Can you get this date?
Yes, if you want to follow me to the 10th floor, I can do that. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for coming out.
All right.
Thank you.
If you don't want to follow us to the 10th floor, we'll go down, meet us down in the lobby.